All right, so we tried pretty hard to try to get in contact with this communications director, and we'll probably talk a little bit about, I'll do a little short introduction talking about my pre-interview I did with Jaret Patterson. But in the meantime, while we waited, Wenzhuo, right? Wenzhuo and I, we had a great conversation about America, China, Europe, cultures, religion, language. We started the dialogue with the roots of our first name, our last name, middle name. We started the dialogue with that first. From that, we went on to, the creation story, how language was developed, and I found it fascinating how, the traditional Chinese it kind of changed over some time based on occupation from Japan and England and different dynasties. So traditional is not necessarily what mainland China speaks anymore or writes. Most of the people that are traditional Chinese were on the outskirts of China, if I'm getting that correct, or people that migrated outside of the country. So that was interesting. And one of the points that I kind of explained about Native Americans were where there's a DNA test that was done, the Human Genome Project is what they call it, Human Genome Project, so I've got to say it right, where there's a strand of DNA that's very similar from Mongolian tribes to Navajo tribes in southwest USA and northern Mexico. So, we don't know who the first peoples were on record. There's a lot of traditions even in the Native American cultures, but there are a lot of evidence showing that most of the Native Americans have Asian descent or Asian ancestry. So, what do I know? I wasn't there. We can only just trust the scientists that possibly are correct when they say things. But other than that, I'm learning about Dragon Ball Z, which I never really encountered before, never really listened to it. And I told him about Droopy, my favorite cartoon. We talked a little bit about Batman in multi-universe. His favorite movie is Interstellar. My favorite movie is Groundhog Day. I like comedy, I like funny stuff. But I think Americans, we like funny stuff. And we like to try to be funny all the time. And we might make fun of people all the time. It's not good, but that's what we do. So I learned a lot from Jason. So our documentary is about us trying to make a documentary and what we did in between trying to make that documentary. That's what our documentary is. Good luck.